So I'm browsing around YouTube the other day, and I was looking at some of the channels that had participated in my I Challenge You to Sound Design This Clip number 5. Until I was looking at the channel Audio Dread. Now, in his About section, he claims that his superpower is that he can make a horror sound out of anything. But not only that, he can do it using only freeware. He then goes on to say that if you have a sound that you think can't be made scary, to send it to him so he can prove you wrong. Clearly, I can't just let this go. So, Audio Dread, my friend, I'm challenging you to a duel.
Alright, so you've accepted my challenge. Now I think we should lay down some ground rules.
Alright, what you got?
3 sounds. A jump scare, a creature sound, and an ambience. To put a little spin on this, we can only use sounds from freesound.org, and we can only use Audacity.
Alright.
So I'll come to your playing field. Now to put another spin on this, I get to pick your sounds, and you get to pick mine.
Alright.
So to make things a little easier, of the 10 sounds, 1 has to be an animal, 1 has to be a vehicle sound, and 1 has to be a weapon sound of some sort. Other than that, go nuts.
Alright. Are we defining those any special way, or can I decide whatever I think's a vehicle is a vehicle?
You can decide whatever you want is a vehicle, is a vehicle, is an animal, is a weapon.
This is gonna be fun.
So, since we're just picking sounds from freesound.org and not actually creating, how about we meet back here in an hour with the sounds that we picked?
Alright, see you in an hour.
I'm going to be really mean with this, so probably not going to show all of these, but just to give you guys an idea of what this is going to look like. So the requirement is 1 animal sound, 1 vehicle sound, and 1 weapon sound. So I'm just going to do those 3 first, and then probably toss a couple more. I'll probably do 5 on camera. So let's see. For the vehicle. Skateboard's a vehicle, right? I think that's a vehicle. I'm going to set this to Creative Commons 0, because we agreed we would only sounds under that license. Alright, this is going to be great. That seems a little too easy. I'm trying to find something that I would have a really hard time with. I like that. Okay, so we're going to go with this one. Skateboard's a vehicle. I'm going to call a skateboard a vehicle. Actually, you know what? I know exactly what I'm going to do. If you have not seen John Wick 2, this will not make any sense to you, but the John Wick franchise is one of my favorites, and that movie will tell you that a pencil is absolutely a weapon. That's perfect. I'm going to look a little bit more, but that is really hard to do something with. Oh, this is going to be great. I'm trying to keep these really short, too, so that there's less you can do. See, the whole time I'm just thinking what I would do with these and how hard of a time I would have. That's so much popping. I don't feel like you can do much with that sample, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go ahead and download both, and then I'll decide, because I do like the fact that this is only 2 seconds long, so there's just inherently less that can be done with it. And now, this seems like the obvious choice. I just figure, the least threatening animal possible. Shorter, though. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one. Alright, so we got a cute kitten meow for the animal, about the least scary thing that I could think of. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my usual process when I'm making a video. I'm just going to tell it to give me a random sound. Literally just a note. It's a really subtle note. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm going to do something really immature here. I want to see if he actually does anything with this. Perfect. I have officially made myself 12, but that's okay. I think that is perfect. Okay, so what we've got here, a kitten, a pencil, skateboard, a single note, and a fart. I'll be back when I have the rest of the sounds together, and we'll be showing each other what we have to work with, but I think this is going to be great. I cannot wait to see his reaction when this is what he has to work with.
Alright, man, so it's been an hour.
Alright.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So I'm going to let you go ahead and open the drive link first that I sent you.
Alright.
And I was kind of a jerk.
Don't worry, I was too.
They're all just named audio 1 through 10.
Okay.
Just to make it even more difficult for you.
You were a bit more of a dick than me in that regard, but...
All right. Go ahead and play audio track 1. So I found a clip that was just as clipping and distorted as possible.
You know what? I've handled worse. I feel like I can do something with that.
I know that you're really, really good at taking sounds and making them ambient, but I wanted to try and find something high-pitched. Audio track 2 is your animal sound.
You know, haven't done horses yet. I've done goats, I've done cows, I've done birds of prey, I've done regular birds. I feel like I could manage horses.
Audio 3 is your weapon.
Seems legit.
Audio 4 is my favorite.
Oh, I could not have planned this better. You'll see when you open yours.
Oh, God. Okay. Number 5 might be another animal.
Might be, okay. See what you mean there. Could be.
And then 6 through 10 are just random sounds that I thought you would have a difficult time with.
Let's go through them. 6, I actually made a video with a very similar sound. It's the sound of someone sharpening a knife.
Okay, 6 was a spring.
Yeah, I did one that was all springs as well, actually. 7 sounds like someone inflating a balloon.
Mm-hmm. It's actually quite a long file. Like, it's got the inflating and the squeaking and...
Okay. Plenty of squeaks, that's nice. Alright. Oof. 8 is rough.
The whistle?
Yeah. I did just do a video on lip whistling, though. I made some siren head imitations out of whistling. 9 is just assault. Like...
So, of the 10, you have to use at least 5.
Okay. Alright, and a nice cat to round it off. We had some similar thoughts. Alright, so if you want to go ahead and start out with vehicle.
What was that?
It was a skateboard.
Ah!
Someone spinning the
Okay.
wheels on a skateboard. Yeah, that's a vehicle. Now, if you want to go ahead and select weapon.
Is that a knife being sharpened? It kind of sounds like somebody's drawing with a Sharpie.
Have you seen John Wick?
No.
Okay,
And
so this one's gonna
Please don't kill me over that.
this one's gonna go over your head. I won't, but like honestly, watch it.
All right.
And in John Wick 2, you actually get to see a pencil in action. So I gave you a pencil. And then if you want to go ahead and do animal, I picked the obvious choice.
Oh, that's so getting pitch shifted.
If you want to head on over to bass.
Simple enough.
Yeah. Now, if you want to do clicking.
Is that a stapler?
Honestly, I don't know. It just said metal flicking. I went through just like the give me a random sound feature. And I just clicked on that until I found something that seemed absolutely impossible. And then I just rinse and repeat for 5 of my sounds. That's what I did.
All right.
So,
I didn't even know that was a feature on Free Sound.
yeah, again, you're coming onto my playing field here. I've got a couple like home stadium advantages here. Now, if you want to go over to drawer.
You know, I have this I don't even know just staring at me.
We'll get to it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so it's a simple drawer.
If you want to go to pop and then synth.
We're skipping favorite and I don't even know. Okay.
Save the best for last, you know.
It's a pop.
Yep.
And synth.
There's a
nice vibrato in there.
There is. If you want to use that, you're gonna have to give it a lot of variance because it doesn't have any. Okay, so now if you want to go ahead and do I don't even know.
right. I see how we're doing now.
That was one of the random ones that came up, and I was just like, I mean, I feel like I might actually be able to do something with this if I tried, but I also can't pass up this opportunity.
That's fair. That's kind of how I came across the poo sound.
Speaking of which, go ahead and hit favorite.
Oh, jeez. I actually ran across that exact sound. I looked up at my camera and went, I'm not 12, you're 12.
Yeah, I made a similar joke. It's like, okay, I've officially made myself 12, but that's okay. We went along a very similar grain here, but we both got a cat and we both got some sort of toilet humor.
I love it.
I've toyed around with the idea of doing a video solely of like shit and fart noises.
Same.
Just why not? I've decided not to stoop that low yet.
Also same. All right, we've got our sounds.
We've got our sounds.
I think we should probably get to work.
All right, let's do it.
All right, see you soon.
See you soon. I wanted to show you guys the most stupid piece of audio I was given, which I'm going to just play for you right here. So yes, that's what you think it is. Someone recorded diarrhea. The first thing that I always like to do to kind of make ambience is I actually change the speed. I slow it down significantly. Now how much I slow it down depends on the sound. For this, I think I'm going to slow it down to about 18 seconds. Let's see. All this really did was make it more. So I'm going to slow it down just a little bit more. I'm going to slow it down to, yeah, let's go ahead and slow it down to 24 seconds. Okay, so it still sounds like what it is, but that really brought out the bass, which is what we're looking for. I'm doing something so stupid here, because there's two aspects of good ambience. There's a really solid bass, and then there's a treble gain that kind of adds in the anticipation effect. We're going to put in a reverse reverb. When I do reverse, I like to do no tone low, and I think for this one I'm gonna go for a slightly more subtle reverb. So I'm going to turn the wet gain down to 6 and the dry gain to 1, and that should give it a nice sort of even reverb. You can start to forget what the sound actually is. What I like to call an everything reverb, which is essentially where you just crank everything up to its maximum, other than stereo width, pre-delay, and damping. Those I tend to leave alone. I like them where they are for most of my edits. Okay, so it still has a bit of that tone, but we can always layer it with something else, and that's what I might just end up doing, is I'm going to turn the bass up to 12, and I'm going to leave the treble alone. Alright, now that's starting to come together, but it's not quite good. I trim off the ends so that it's a little less long. Alright, that's good. Slow it down a little bit more. So I got it back down to 18, so I'm just going to bring it to 24 again. Damn near can't tell what that is, but it's still a little too trebly. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put another reverb on it, but I'm going to make this one tone low only, leave everything else the same. I think you could still use a little more. Yeah, that's our horse sound effect that I was given. So I'm going to toss that in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a similar process. Flip. Okay, that's still a little trebly, so I'm going to slow it down even more, back to 24 seconds. they're a little offset from each other right now, and that's not necessarily the worst thing, but I have two ideas for how to solve that. I'm just gonna see how it sounds on its own. So with the 2 layers, not bad. And I might leave it like that. But I'm happy with this as a result. So there is my ambient effect. If you guys want to see more of the kind of how-to process of how I do my sounds, it's a lot of the same thing, so it gets a bit repetitive, which is why I don't do it, and it's just more editing for me to have to do. But if you want a video like this, definitely let me know. Other than that, I will see you guys when I have the rest of them made.
All right, man. It's been a little bit of time. I got my sounds. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's take a look at these sounds.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and start out with ambience.
Okay. Dick. Oh. It's like, oh, this is super quiet. I need to grab my volume knob.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play that back again now that I know what I'm listening for. So then, was that supposed to be the jump scare then, and you were
Yeah.
just being a jerk?
Yeah, no, I was just being a jerk. I had to get you back for not labeling any of my sounds last time.
That's totally fair. Totally fair. How many layers is it?
Okay, so that one is 3, but one of those layers isn't from one of the bass samples, so it's only 2 from the bass samples.
I feel like part of that is the horse.
You would be wrong.
Wow, okay. Is it the bird question mark sound?
Of the 3 sounds that I made, one of those sounds is a layer in the jump scare sound, and the bird sound is in that sound.
So you used these sounds, made a sound, and then used that sound in this sound.
Yes.
Soundception. Got it.
It might be
Okay.
easier if you listen to all 3 before you guess, to be honest. The one labeled jump scare is the real ambience.
Okay. Is that the race car?
No.
I'm terrible at this.
To be fair, my entire job is to take sounds and make them completely unrecognizable. The creature and the ambience both have 2 layers each.
Seems like that could be any of these except for like maybe the machine gun.
I didn't use the machine gun for any of them.
If you told me that was a pitched up poop noise, that I got nothing, man.
Okay, so the real ambience is the horse and the diarrhea.
Horse turds. Got it.
I slowed down the diarrhea by 400%, and then I added a reverse reverb and 3 layers of regular reverb, and then cranked up the bass.
I kind of want to hear that just by itself.
When you watch my video, that's the sound that I recorded.
So then let's check out this creature noise.
All right.
All right. Just by my facial reaction, that was clearly my favorite out of all of them. That was phenomenal.
It was my favorite too. I was really happy with how that one turned out. It was the one I was the most nervous about, and it ended up being the best.
Oh yeah, your creature sound is way better than mine. Is that part of the balloon?
No, I tried to use the balloon, but it did not work.
Then I have no clue what you used.
The creature is where the bird question mark came in. Because I showed these all to my girlfriend, and then I showed her the sounds that I used, just to be like, hey, look, I'm amazing. and she said that the bird question mark sounded to her, I have no idea, but she said it sounded to her like a specific species of toad.
All right.
That might be what it was. To me, it just sounds like some drunk guy trying to imitate a crow.
See, that's what I thought it was a person trying to make bird sounds.
The bird noise is in that, and then the other one is actually the cat. The jump scare is the engine revving, the whistle, and then the creature noise layered on top of it.
I got concerned when I clicked on ambience and it was only like 7 seconds, and I was like, doesn't seem up. There it is. There it is. You're a jerk, but I deserve that. The jump scare, the actual jump scare, really reminds me of. Have you seen the movie VHS?
No.
So it's all like these old cassette tapes. So it has that kind of lo-fi distortion in it that is just unsettling to people. Something about that lo-fi, like it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, but in horror, it's definitely good. So then the ambience, it was clean. It's clean and simple. It doesn't sound overproduced. It's nice and airy. So I think just all around, it was just a great ambience. I don't really have any critiques for any of your stuff, but this creature noise, that is a winged demon flying out of the bowels of hell.
I was really proud of that. Like, I
You
was
should
proud.
be.
I was proud of all of them. Like, I feel like I get to keep my crown as like the master of taking shit audio and turning it into good horror. But that creature. It's funny when you were reading off like my about page, I forgot that I had put that like cocky statement in there. But I was doing it in hopes that something like this would happen. Honestly, like it turned out so much better than I even thought it would. The creature, I've done so few intentional creature noises that I was just really ecstatic. Yeah, I appreciate it. The jump scare I was happy with, but I felt like it really had the least to offer of all of them.
I kind of get the feeling that you went about it just to be a dick. The real low, kind of almost an ambient type right before it happens does seem a little too intentional. If I had to give a critique about it,
yeah, I mean that's just a clip from my ambience turned down to minus 40 decibels. So that was literally just there to make you turn your volume up.
I mean, it worked.
The ambience in the beginning isn't part of the jump scare.
Okay.
What I was trying to do there is I was trying to simulate when a jump scare happens, you don't know what's going to happen. Generally the jump scare is a lot louder than the game audio. I was trying to simulate you playing a video game by making you turn your volume up and making you not know what was about to happen. The same sort of effect you would get if that jump scare, if just the stinger were put into a game.
Well, I mean, mission accomplished. So I'm sure that if you watch this playback, there was a
reaction.
You almost gave the fat guy a heart attack. So
there was a reaction.
Very well done.
You want to see the SoundFXGuy sounds that he made for this challenge? You're actually gonna have to go over to his channel to watch those. Give him some love. Definitely go and check him out. He makes some awesome content. Go subscribe to him and go check out this video from his perspective to see the sounds that he made because they were really cool.
Question.
What?
Are you down for a part 2 of this challenge?
Oh, absolutely.
So how about as a rematch, switch sounds. All of the sounds that you picked for me are yours now. So I feel like that will allow us to kind of clarify a winner in this. Maybe mine were just bad because I got really bad sounds. Because
you did get really bad sounds, to be fair. I mean, I was an asshole with my sounds.
If you're down, I'm down.
I mean, I wouldn't call yours bad either.
Oh, yours, you were clearly ahead of me. I just want redemption, damn it.
This will actually be the deciding factor. My method for choosing your sounds was, if I were given these sounds, what the hell would I do with them? So, beating my own sounds is going to be a challenge because I intentionally did ones that at the very least, I would very heavily struggle to make anything out of. I mean, I'm gonna stand by my conviction that I can turn anything into horror, but those would make me question myself a little bit.
Let's do it then.
All right.
So be part 2.